We might be getting in a fight though today. We might be getting in a fight because yesterday, the exclusive Ace put out a video on something that I am really passionate about, something we've talked about a lot, and that is carry forward content in Black Ops 7. I have a very strong opinion of this, and he put out a video, and I don't know, generally speaking, Ace tries to find like middle ground, but I am strong on one side of this argument, and a lot of people disagree with me for it, but I'm gonna stand by it. We're gonna see what Ace says, and maybe the two Canadians here, if you didn't know Ace is also Canadian, are gonna have to get in a grizzly bear fight. See who can beat a grizzly bear, and then we go with their decision. I actually don't know what his opinion is though, so maybe he agrees with me, but let's hear what he has to say.
What's up guys, my name is Ace, and while we're still waiting for more information on Black Ops 7, one of the big topics and one thing that's up in the air at the moment is whether or not we're going to be seeing content carry forward from Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7, similar to what we saw from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3.
So this was also one of the reasons why people said it was $70 DLC, because you had like Nicki Minaj day one in Modern Warfare 3.
Now, this is something I briefly touched on in my Black Ops 7 wishlist video. However, it's something where I didn't touch on all of the elements, and I really wanted to expand on my thoughts on this a little bit as well, and therefore I feel it deserves a dedicated video. And let's just dive right into this. I'm going to break this down into the various elements of carry forward, because various things like weapons could carry forward, camos, double XP tokens, maps, and character skins. We saw.
So yeah, that's the double XP tokens is the interesting one, and I'll get into why later on. Like I will get into why. But seemingly the double XP tokens and double weapon XP is the one thing everyone always wants to carry forward, which I think Ace might actually agree with. This part might not actually be a good thing, but here, let's hear what he's gonna say.
All of those things carry forward from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3. So let's start this off with weapons and weapon blueprints carrying forward. For me, this is one area where I'm totally open to the idea of Black Ops 6 weapons carrying forward into Black Ops 7, as it would ensure that we have a very large weapon pool.
Screw that, Ace. Screw that. I do not want that. First of all, if we're going to do carry forward, the way that it should work is with camos and not weapon blueprints. The amount of weapons that carry over, I don't think adds more variety into the game. I think it adds bloat. That's my opinion. I told you I'm not holding any punches back on this one.
Right from the get-go with the game, and also for those that do buy weapon blueprints or maybe have earned weapon blueprints throughout the course of Black Ops 6, they'll still be able to use them in Black Ops 7. However, I do feel that does come with some downsides and some challenges as well, as we learned back in Modern Warfare 3. The first challenge with this is it at least somewhat locks them into using a similar attachment system in Black Ops 7 compared to...
Very true. We don't want that. We all want pick 10 system. The rumor is that they're going to do pick 10 system. Again, rumor.
Black Ops 6. It doesn't really allow them for too much freedom to branch away because those weapon blueprints and weapons need to then be properly supported in Black Ops 7, and I don't see how they could do that properly if they have a totally different attachment system. And speaking of attachments, if they do this, since there are attachments built into blueprints, that would also then mean that all of the Black Ops 6 attachments would likely have to carry forward into
see, this is horrible. Why would you want this?
Black Ops 7. And especially with the leap forward into the future in Black Ops 7 and the fact that they probably want the game to feel at least somewhat new and fresh, there's also going to be new attachments that are specific to Black Ops 7 that would then end up being piled on top of all of these Black Ops 6 attachments. And this can lead to attachment bloat, which was one of the issues in Modern Warfare 3, at least for me. I know not everybody had an issue with this, but
Here's the thing with weapons. Just make this plain and simple, plain and goddamn simple. Here's the thing with weapons in Call of Duty. If weapons don't feel different enough, weapons no longer matter. And I think I'm going to be the one that says this. Modern Warfare 3 is the best example of this. You can point at an assault rifle in that game, and there are 4 other assault rifles that feel exactly the same between the Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 weapons. So therefore, new assault rifle being added does not matter whatsoever. It sucks. There's zero reason for that, and having those weapons in there makes the game worse. I'll be the one that says it. Now, people are going to whine and complain and be like, well, my blueprints aren't carrying over. You should be mad about that. But what you should actually be mad at is yourself for spending money on something like that when you know there's a potential for it not to carry over. What Call of Duty needs to do, and I'm trying to say this right at the frickin' beginning of the video, is stop selling frickin' blueprints and start selling camos. Camos can then be used on any weapons and not just used on old weapons like blueprints. Camos should be the way of the future, because then you can say you buy a Formula F1 camo in Black Ops 6. And then next year they get rid of all of those weapons. Now you can use it on the Black Ops 7 weapons. Then you can carry forward your dark matter. Then doing the weapon mastery challenges means even more. Then event camos mean even more. But they're not going to do that because they're idiots and think people are just going to spend money anyway, which they probably are. And then they're going to whine and complain when they remove the things. It's stupid. The whole goddamn thing is stupid. I told you I was going to get mad in this video.
I did find it very overwhelming, the sheer number of attachments we had in Modern Warfare 3, because we had the Modern Warfare 2 attachments as well as the Modern Warfare 3 attachments. And in many cases, there was a lot of redundancy in there where there were so many attachments that did essentially the same thing, but with slightly different values. And in my eyes, at least, that was a negative aspect of Modern Warfare 3. It was just the amount of bloat with that system. And therefore, I do feel that would be a downside to carrying weapons forward from Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7. Additionally, if they do carry weapons forward, it's very likely that just like with Modern Warfare 3, they want people using the new weapons in the new game. In Black Ops 7...
Also, do you know how many, we're in the hundreds of weapons in Warzone at that point, too.
And therefore, they would almost definitely make sure that the Black Ops 7 weapons and attachments are generally better than the Black Ops 6 weapons and attachments. And probably to the point where Black Ops 6 weapons aren't even a very good option at all, at least within the early stages of the game. And at that point, it just seems to defeat the purpose of carrying those weapons forward and buffing up the weapon pool if all of those weapons are purposely kept very weak and essentially non-viable. Now, it's possible they could carry them forward and actually keep them balanced with Black Ops 7 weapons, but then you may run into complaints where if any Black Ops 6 weapons are better than their Black Ops 7 counterparts, then you might have people upset wanting to use the new weapons and experience the new weapons, but feeling that they're...
Take a deep breath, Hank. I agree with you.
at a disadvantage.
This one fires me up. Sorry, dude.
In doing so, and then feeling like they have to use the Black Ops 6 weapons to compete. And many people don't want to feel essentially forced to use the weapons that they've already been using for the past year in a previous game. So carrying forward weapons, I think, is generally a positive thing, and I'm definitely on board with it. But at the same time, I think it's
You just gave 15 reasons as to why it's bad, and then you're like, I'm on board with it. How?
important to recognize some of the potential challenges and issues that could arise with doing so.
Wait, hold up. What were the good reasons? What were the positive reasons that people can use their blueprints? That's the only positive reason? I don't understand.
And therefore, this is a situation where if they decide they aren't carrying forward weapons at all, I would also be
we're reading the comments on this one.
Totally fine with that decision, as long as we're still getting a solid weapon pool at.
What's got my blood pressure so high is that I hate the takes on this carry forward shit. And on top of that, it is 35 degrees Celsius where I am right now. Feels like 45. My office is in the garage. It's probably 45 degrees Celsius. We are fired up, and I'm for some reason drinking warm coffee. We're fired up today, boys.
Launch for Black Ops 7. In either case, let's move on to the next element that carried forward from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3, and this is camos. And this is something
yes, I'm in for this one. Don't need it, but this is like the only thing that should maybe carry forward.
I'm 100% on board with carrying forward camos that you've earned in Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7. Now, with camos that carried forward to Modern Warfare 3, the way it worked is all of your base camos that you earned in Modern Warfare 2, they were available to be used on Modern Warfare 3 weapons in Modern Warfare 3. And I think that'd be great as well, especially with
all... By the way, I just want to say this, I almost guarantee you everything is going to carry forward.
All of these special camos you can earn in Black Ops 6, I think it'd be awesome to be able to use those day one on your Black Ops 7 weapons. And then when it comes to the Mastery camos, with Modern Warfare 3, you could only use the Modern Warfare 2 Mastery camos on the Modern Warfare 2 weapons that you've unlocked them for. And I think that system worked quite well, so there's still a lot of incentive to earn the new Mastery camo for the new game, instead of just using the Mastery camo from the previous game on all of your new guns. But in either case, carrying forward camos I think is excellent because it's a nice way to carry forward some of your accomplishments from the previous game.
I agree.
And it's an area that generally only really affects you because you decide what camo...
Which is why they should sell camos as opposed to blueprints.
You put on your gun. That's what you're looking at most of the time.
Yeah, there's currently 182 guns in COD, so assuming they have between 30 and 40 weapons at launch for Black Ops 7, we are already in 220 weapon range at launch.
time in an FPS game is your gun, and hopefully the world in front of you, of course. But as far as your cosmetics that you control, your weapon and the camo on your weapon is what you're going to be seeing most often. And the other thing I like about this as well that I think makes it excellent is this is something that generally only affects you. It's only you that's really going to be seeing and noticing this for the most part, aside from situations where the enemy might like pick your gun up off the ground, or if they're looking really, really closely at your character model in third person, maybe they'll be able to tell which camo you're using. But for the most part, this is something where it's more of a personalized thing that is for you and you alone. So when it comes to camos, I'm 100% on board with camos carrying forward. Next, let's talk about something that was quite controversial early on with Black Ops 6, and this is double XP tokens. Should they just carry all of these forward from Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7? Well, at the beginning of Black Ops 6, they initially planned on...
This one's a tough question, because you want to be rewarded for what you've done in the past, right? Because currently, as of right now, the only thing that they're really rewarding for carry forward is shit you've bought. Like, for example, you can use all your blueprints, you can use all your skins. I'm assuming that's going to be in there, which I hate. So if they're going to carry forward those, carry forward the XP. Most of them you've earned, although they do give you a new one every single day. I don't think it's needed to carry them forward, but it does make grinding weapons at the beginning a lot easier. So I don't think it's needed, but like if they're going to carry forward everything, which they probably are, you might as well do these as well.
On having no double XP carry forward from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, but they accidentally enabled it for a short period of time.
That's right.
And the moment they did that, you can't really reverse that decision without a ton of backlash. So they ended up keeping it around, and we did end up with double XP carry forward, despite the fact that they didn't have any plans for that initially, as far as we're aware at least. Now, for me, at the beginning of Black Ops 6, I was actually totally fine with no double XP carry forward from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6 because Black Ops 6 was a brand new game with a totally different style of progression system. We finally had the more traditional prestige system return, and for me, I wanted it to feel like a new game, and I wanted to experience this new progression system or returning.
Oh yeah, the other thing with blueprints in this game is that when you buy a blueprint, it permanently unlocks that weapon. Which kind of contradicts the way that prestiging works. That's probably going to continue next year.
Progression system as it was intended, rather than having essentially all of the double XP that I would need to level up everything that I needed to level up, which I did from Modern Warfare 3. I still have tons of tokens left over, and I've never even gotten close to draining my double XP tokens at this stage. And it does get to the point where if it feels like you have an infinite amount of double XP all the time, double XP then becomes the standard method of leveling up for you. And if there's ever a time where you're playing without double XP, then it feels like half XP. True. And that is something I miss about some of the older Call of Duty games, is how special double XP felt. Whereas now, it just...
Double XP weekends used to be a special time, you know? It used to be like, all right, boys, we're grinding this weekend. I'm prestiging, full prestige today. Now it's just like, well, I have 16 days of double XP tokens anyway. So we're just, why does it matter?
Just sort of feels like the standard progression. And also, just thinking of many of the new players as well that didn't play previous Call of Duty games, it does feel a bit unfair to them that they're starting from scratch with 0 double XP tokens in a brand new game that they bought, whereas all these other people have practically an infinite amount of double XP. They're going to be progressing at twice the speed because they played a previous game, which at least early on in the game's life cycle, when people are still leveling up through things, that is going to give a very noticeable competitive advantage to anybody that has...
Side note, does anybody know why they started with carry forward? Does anybody like understand why? Like, it actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because people were complaining that Call of Duty resets every single year and that the things that you buy don't carry forward. So the main reason was for microtransactions. But on top of that, when you have games like Counter-Strike or Valorant or Valorant, however the hell you say it, that are constantly moving forward, they wanted it so that their games were constantly progressing forward as well. But they've screwed it up in so many ways at this point. You just need to acknowledge the fact that Call of Duty is its own beast. And at this point, Warzone needs to be a separate thing. And if you want to make Warzone persistent, that's a whole different thing than making multiplayer game persistent or zombies game persistent. It's a different animal, and to do all of them at once, I just don't think works properly. And if you asked anyone that plays any other game, like if you took someone that played Counter-Strike and doesn't play Call of Duty, or took someone that plays Valorant and doesn't play Call of Duty, and told them what I'm saying right now, where I'm saying, I don't want anything to carry forward, give me a fresh start, they would call me crazy. Just to be clear, this is like the one game where I think what I'm saying makes sense, and that's pretty much it.
As double XP tokens saved up from a previous game. So for me, when it comes to fairness to brand new players, as well as designing and experiencing the progression system as the developers intended, as long as progression is set at a reasonable rate, I actually kind of prefer no double XP carry forward. But this is not a hill I would die on by any means. If they do carry forward double XP tokens, I've got a ton of them, and I guess at least for me, the double XP is going to be the standard.
You get one every day anyway.
Progression rate with Black Ops 7. After that, when it comes to carry forward, let's talk about maps. This is something where in Modern Warfare 3,
yeah, I don't want
at
this
first, they had a dedicated Modern Warfare 2 maps playlist, where if you wanted to play the Modern Warfare 2 maps, you could do that, but it was in its own dedicated playlist. You were never really forced to play on the Modern Warfare 2 maps. However, over time, they did start mixing in some Modern Warfare 2 maps into regular map rotation for Modern Warfare 3. And thinking about this for Black Ops 7, I don't know if this would be the best idea, because one of the biggest gameplay-related complaints for Black Ops 6 in the community is the map design. And as a result, I don't know how well this would fly with the community if they announced that they're carrying maps forward. Now, of course, we're going to be seeing Nuketown in the next game. It's a Black Ops game. If it's got Black Ops in the title,
it's going to have Nuketown. I'm sick of Nuketown. It's going to have Nuketown.
It's got Nuketown in the game, but in that case, I am hoping we see a new Nuketown skin that's updated to the futuristic theme of Black Ops 7, rather than just carrying forward the exact version from Black Ops 6. Not that I really care all that much anyway, since I actively avoid Nuketown. I burnt out on that map back in Black Ops 2. But outside of that, when it comes to carrying forward maps, I would say probably not the best idea. I would be open to the idea of...
What's one map you would carry forward? Try to answer that. What's one map you would carry forward?
Doing a separate playlist for carry forward maps like they did with Modern Warfare 3. However, I suspect that playlist would die off fairly quickly. I probably wouldn't play it at all myself, even though I'm open to the idea of them bringing it.
Not a bad
For me,
choice.
I'm really only interested in playing the Black Ops 7 maps. I don't want to play the same maps that I've been playing all year the previous year. And therefore, I would like to see them keep Black Ops 6 maps in Black Ops 6.
Agreed.
And then finally, let's talk about the most controversial topic on this, and this is character skins and whether or not they should carry forward. As much as I can
Please no.
acknowledge that for people that buy skins, they want their money to go as far as
No. For people who buy skins, they can lose their stuff. I'm fine with that.
possible. They want to use those skins multiple years in multiple Call of Duty games. At the end of the day, I really don't want to see character skins carry forward from Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7.
Honestly, to me, the weapons are actually the biggest deal. Because that's game changing. That makes, like, the people will be using weapons from the previous, like, that's game changing to me. To me, it's, I don't want weapons, number one, and then I don't want skins, number two. The rest, maps, I'd prefer not. Camos, fine. Double XP, fine. I don't want the weapons to carry forward because they're game changing. It's something that literally changes the gameplay. Imagine if they said, we're going to carry forward all of the perks. We're going to leave the perks the way that they are. Well, now you're not even really playing like a new Call of Duty game. Like, you're just playing the same one from the year before. I feel the same way about weapons. It's overbloated. It's not a good thing. And then the skins are just annoying. If they do carry them forward, I hope they add a way you can turn them off. Because, like, I want to be seeing, like, if we're playing Black Ops 7, I want to be seeing David Mason or Menendez or like the robot guy. Like, I don't want to be seeing carry like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Joan Wick, although that one I'm more okay with, but yeah.
And the primary reason behind this is I always look forward to new Call of Duty games at least starting with a reasonably cohesive theme and tone with the multiplayer that matches the rest of the...
Also, do people forget this? There was a time in Call of Duty 4 where if you saw someone with a ghillie suit, you knew they were using a sniper rifle. Does anybody realize how good of a system that is? Like, just by looking at that character, you can be like, he's gonna snipe me. That, like, disappeared so early on, and you can see sniper glint now, I guess, and that's a similar thing to that. But
game. I know for many, that doesn't matter to them. They don't care about the theme, they don't care about a game having a visual identity and sticking to it, or even a general cohesive art style.
Perk 1 determined your outfit in Black Ops. So that was probably the last game that did that. And I actually forgot about that one, Kev, but love the
They don't care if part of the game is super high fidelity, high resolution, but then an 8-bit character shows up, or you have like a random cel-shaded character showing up. And that's fine if you don't care about that, but I do, and that's why I have this opinion. And when it comes to character skins, unlike camos in the game, I don't get to choose the character skins I see. My enemies and my teammates choose the character skins that I end up seeing in the game, and character skins form a huge part of the general tone and theme and aesthetic to the game. Now, I totally understand as well that Call of Duty is not a hyper-realistic milsim, and I also understand that skins in Call of Duty tend to deviate from the core theme and tone as time goes on, and that's not new at all. That's been happening for a long time with Call of Duty. However,
and what they're going to say is like with the futuristic theme of Black Ops 7, they're going to be like, well, we can go even crazier now.
Recently, especially in Black Ops 6, and that's why I especially feel strongly in this case, these character skins have gotten wackier and wackier.
Also, side note, there is one bundle that I have bought. If you're an ink slasher lore person, you would know the one bundle that I bought through the last 5 years. There was one, and it was the Fallout bundle. And there was 2 reasons why I bought it. Number 1, I love Fallout. Number 2, it actually took the character. It took Ghost, it took Price. I think there was 2 other characters, and it took their face. It was just them, and put them in a vault jumpsuit. Like, it didn't make the characters look like Iceman here, or it didn't change with the character. It was Captain Price in a vault suit. Dope. But that's the only one that I bought.
And far more prevalent far earlier on in the game's life cycle. And I just really don't want to see a Ninja Turtle or a Stoner Lizard or a cel-shaded character day one in a brand new Call of Duty game. And even outside of that, with the more grounded and realistic skins, I kind of don't want to be looking at these same skins that I've been looking at for the past year. I want this to feel like a brand new game with a fresh start and its own unique tone and theme, especially with it being set many, many years after Black Ops 6. I want to start fresh with things, and that includes the visuals. Now, one interesting element here is Call of Duty did just recently send out a survey to many players, and a big focus of this survey was essentially to discover what kinds of skins people like or dislike and what their thresholds are as far as what they would be interested in buying or not buying, as far as how wacky the skins are. And there was also a leak a little while back that the developers are aware that they had taken things a bit too far as far as the wackiness in Black Ops 6, and that they plan
it's a leak, right?
On dialing that back a bit going forward. And I'm hoping both of these are signs that they aren't planning on carrying forward at least character skins from Black Ops 6 into Black Ops 7, because they'll want to start fresh with a clean slate, and then hopefully from there they can move forward with a slightly more grounded general theme. I realize it's Call of Duty, they're going to branch out a little bit, they are going to deviate somewhat from the core theme, and I'm fine with that to a degree, but at the very least I hope they keep things generally human, or I guess in this case it could be robotic as well. Either that, or, like I've been saying for a while now, give us a toggle. I know it seems
I think there's definitely going to be robots in this one, like multiplayer-wise.
Unlikely to ask for, but
like, dude, that could be dope. Like, GI units coming back as a kill streak, wraps. Whew.
I'm still going to keep bringing it up. I have no issue if things want to get wacky, if I have the ability on my end to turn off the wacky cosmetics, so I don't have
Also, Mothership is definitely going to be a score streak.
To see them. In my eyes, that creates more of a win-win situation for the people that want to buy the wacky cosmetics. That's cool. You can do that, and you can look at them all you want, but I shouldn't have to be forced to look at them if they deviate so heavily from the core theme of the game that I bought. And there we go. That's going to wrap it up for all of the main topics here. Now, as far as whether or not I think carry forward is going to happen in Black Ops 7, honestly, I think we will likely see at least some aspects of carry forward. However, I'm also guessing they've probably learned some lessons from Modern Warfare 3, and I'd be a bit surprised if they went the exact same route that they
It's probably going to be one of the later things that we learn about, honestly.
Went in with Modern Warfare 3. I think maybe carry forward's going to be a bit more restricted this time around, if it exists at all. But in either case, I think we should be finding out pretty soon, since the marketing now has finally begun for Black Ops 7. And when it comes to carry forward, if it is happening, this is likely something they're going to announce fairly early on in the marketing for the game, because assuming it is happening, the earlier they announce it, the more likely they are to sell bundles right now, because people will be more willing to buy bundles.
That is a good point. If they're not doing carry forward, they're not going to announce it until later. if they are doing carry forward, you'd think they'd announce it earlier so that more people are willing to buy bundles for this game. But again, if you just did camos or more realistic skins, ones that actually looked like the characters who you were carrying forward, like for example, if you did Woods and then you had older man Woods and then you had older man Woods, you could do things like that. But because they do ridiculousness, it doesn't work like that. So make your microtransactions camos, make your event rewards camos, and then you can carry them forward and you can show off what you've earned, what you've bought in previous next games without it being game changing. But no,
if they know that those
listen,
bundles will
don't
also be
listen.
usable in the next Call of Duty game. Now, on the flip side of that, if we don't hear anything about carry forward after quite a bit of marketing has happened, then I have my doubts that it will be happening at all, because they're probably trying to keep it under wraps, because the moment they announce no carry forward, that means current bundle sales will probably fall off a cliff for the current Call of Duty game. That is, of course, mainly for the multiplayer guys out there. When it comes to Warzone, things are likely going to be carrying forward again this time around. I highly doubt we're going to be seeing a full reset at this stage. If anything, it's probably going to be with the next Call of Duty game, rumored to be Modern Warfare 4. That's probably where we're going to get a Warzone reset, if at all.
So actually, I don't know. I haven't seen anyone make a video on it, but it would be a good video to talk about. DMZ leaks. DMZ leaks have been pretty wild lately. And it seems like they are pushing hard into DMZ, which I am fully here for.
But this is where I want to hear from you guys in those comments down below. How would you feel about content carry forward in Black Ops 7 from Black Ops 6? Do you want to see full-on carry forward just like we saw with Modern Warfare 3? Do you want to see some elements carry forward but not all of them? Or do you want to see no carry forward at all? Just let me know all of the thoughts down below.
Comments. We need to look at comments on this one. We need to look at comments on this one. I just want a COD game where XP tokens don't keep counting down when you're outside matches, especially when matchmaking takes longer. I mean, yep. Imagine another year of Jackal users. Exactly. Thank you. I guess it's not a hot take, but I think carry forward should not just be included, but should also include... Can we ban this man? He wants all of the operator. There's one reply. There are people that agree with them. The only thing I care about is camos. I like that take. I feel like the obvious solution here is to have carry forward, but make it delayed. If they added the Black Ops 6 guns and say season 2, dude, how are so many people for this? For the zombie side, oh, that's a good point. I didn't think of zombies. At the very least, the Black Ops 6 level 1000 Singe. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm fine with that one. They're going to carry forward everything forward. They're going to carry everything forward. I'm just going to have to accept this, that I am going to want to yell at the game and tell them that they're dumb. But it's going to happen. We're going to have carry forward. Like, let's just be honest. We're going to have carry forward, and I'm going to hate it. I hate that they carry the weapons forward. I do. And then, like, we have people here who are just like, not only do I want to stare at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I miss staring at Nicki Minaj's ass when I play. That's why this guy's upset. Zamel, I'm calling you out. He just wants Nicki Minaj's ass back.